What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So yes, this is going to be the first video back after all the army training, and finally it does feel good to be back. Thank you guys for all the support that you have given me so far. But yes, anyways, let's actually get started because this is a topic I do want to discuss, and I'm surprised not a lot of people are discussing this in the world of Call of Duty Mobile. So like I told you guys, I have kept up with this game religiously. I've been playing this game a lot while I've been over there living in the barracks of AIT. Keep in mind now, I get more free time than you guys actually know. So over there, I was able to, play this game a lot. Okay, so anyways, the topic I do want to discuss today actually pertains to the secret cache system. I think everyone could agree that adding this system was actually pretty amazing. Usually for every year for season ones, we usually don't get like a very strong start. But I think honestly, if anything, this is probably the strongest start that we've ever gotten for a new year of COD Mobile. Adding a system for every player that plays this game religiously to unlock legendary or even mythic skins is a system that I believe needed to be implemented in order to attract more player retention. Because if they didn't, I would have been far more bored of this game. So this year we do have the ability to earn the AMAX as well as a stun baton and a mythic AK-117. We do that through challenges or through daily cash crates where we earn shards for, those said legendary and mythic skins. It varies, sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get like maybe 8 of those shards. So the progression is varied based on, like, I guess, the player. Those drop rates, of course, are different as well. Sometimes you get 2, sometimes you get 8, like I said. But there are very, very rare times where you might get 200 shards, especially for the mythic. You keep grinding out the game, and over time, you do unlock all of those skins. And that's kind of how the system is. You're not really expected to get those skins day one or within a week. This is something that takes place in a span of just multiple seasons. As it goes for legendaries, you do earn those a little bit faster, given that you only need 200 shards each. But for the mythic, of course, you need 500 shards, so that one's going to take you a much longer time to get. But I could guarantee you by the end of at least one season, you should be almost done with one of them, if not done. Of course, when you're earning these cash crates, they do have different rarities. They have an epic cash crate, they have a legendary, and a mythic cash crate. And those, of course, I don't think I have to explain to you what those give you. But a lot of people have been kind of questioning the distribution rates of these things. So first and foremost, I don't think people have a problem with the amount of shards that you get per crate. But there are some issues when it comes to getting the Power Nova camo, which is from the epic cash crates. I said earlier in this video that, this is something that hasn't been talked about, and I kind of understand why a lot of people are not at that point where they have everything. For me, I kind of made that dumbass mistake of actually basically just buying out the entire thing. Of course, I didn't do it up front. I did grind out the stun baton and the CR56 AMAX for a little bit, got them at least up to over 100 shards. I think with the baton, I think I was pretty much almost done. So I had to spend maybe less than 1,000 COD points to finish it off. As for the AMAX, I was a little bit more behind. I think I spent maybe 4,000 COD points. I'm not really that sure to get those. And then I basically fully paid for the AK-117 Mythic. And I did that in hopes of getting more Power Nova camos because I felt like I wasn't really progressing that fast when it came to those camos. And keep in mind, Power Nova, I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me on this because they probably think that Ether Crystal or even Borealis are the 2 best camos in the game right now. I like to say that the Power Nova is actually a pretty cool camo. I would say it's probably the best, if not one of the best. And that's mainly because we haven't really gotten any camos with those types of animations. Usually it's very static. Yes, we had not the polychromatic, the fluorescent camo, but that we haven't gotten that in a long time, for almost 2 years at this point. And with the Borealis one, it's cool, but it doesn't move as fast. It's not as fluid as Power Nova is. Power Nova is basically like a orange dark matter. And if anything, I cared more about the camo than I did with the legendary and the mythic skins. It's what comes after getting those 3 is what I do need to discuss, because this is something that you guys maybe want to avoid. So I know there were a lot of people, at least at the very beginning of the game, that I saw that already had the AK-117 Mythic. As for legendary skins, I'm sure they probably just grinded that on their own, but I think a lot of people mainly just bought the 117. There's even people that maxed it out as well. I mean, me, I always go to level 3, but yeah. I did see a lot of people like that, but something that you guys do need to be aware of if you do get all 3, or if you do, even if you finish them, like just naturally without paying a single dime, there's something that you do have to be wary about, because I know a lot of you guys are not going to be done with Power Nova at the very least. The distribution rates of getting that is atrocious. What do I mean by that? So obviously we do know that once you finish one of those guns, let's say you finish the stun baton, the crate system is going to focus on giving you shards for the AMAX. It's not going to give you any more shards for whatever you completed. So if you finish the 117, or if you finish both the 117 stun baton, then all you're going to see is getting yourself just getting shards for the AMAX just to finish it off, which I think is very generous of COD Mobile to do that. Don't get me wrong. But once all 3 are completed and all you have left is to finish off the Power Nova camos, that's where the true struggle actually begins. Since at that point there's no shards to be gained, all you're going to get is basically those challenge tokens. And I think at this point, since we're basically at the tail end of Season 1, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have already finished the challenge pass, you know, where you got all 50 tiers. So it's you gain a lot less stuff after that point. So yeah, like those challenge tokens are pretty much useless, but the problem is that you still get legendary and mythic cash crates, which really only give you those challenge tokens. If anything, I actually get the legendary crates more often than I actually get an epic crate. And when I do get an epic crate, all I get is like 5 challenge tokens, which is pretty much useless since I don't really have anything to unlock anymore. And look, I mean, I wouldn't really complain about the challenge tokens if I could use it to buy more cash crates and it's not limited to only being able to buy 10 throughout the entire season. The problem is that you get these challenge tokens so often to the point where there will be days where you don't even get a single Power Nova crate. Again, once you do all the challenges, once you make it through that entire 50 tier challenge pass, like all you really have left to rely on is just the daily cash crates, like the 4 daily cash crates, and also that double cash weekend. But even then, it's not really fully guaranteed that you're gonna get more Power Nova camos. Essentially what happens is that once you're done, you get like basically almost no Power Nova camos at all. And this is something that will last days. There are times where I went like 4 or like maybe 3 days in a row without getting a single Power Nova crate. Even with the double cash things, like even today, I like of all the 8 that I got, I only got 1 Power Nova camo. That's how rare it is. I think last week when I did the double cash crate weekend, I didn't even get a single Power Nova crate. And even for the times that I do get Power Nova, it's usually for like the weapons I never use, like such as the D13, the crossbow, shorty, stuff like that. So it's like I'm not even like, even when I do get it, it's like it's not even for the guns that I want. I think as of right now, I probably have like maybe a tiny bit more than half, or maybe just half exactly Power Nova for the guns that I have. I mean, it's cool, but like at the same time, I know like this thing's supposed to last seasons, but based on what I've seen in the news for season 2, I think we're getting another camo. I think. I mean, that could have been worded differently. Maybe it's just an epic blueprint, but I think they're doing something with the Holly event. I'm not really that sure. It's like some Indian culture holiday thing. But yeah, if we're getting another camouflage for next season and we still have to focus on Power Nova crate, I mean, like the thing's going to be even more rare. And that's really only if they actually remove it, because there's also the chance that they could add more legendary skins, which is, I think it's something that they actually hinted at. So if anything, they might get rid of the old legendary skins, or they might just keep them there. But I think that's just going to make even more problems in the future, because now it's gonna slow down your progress for getting just legendary or even mythic skins going forward if the secret cache has to focus on giving you shards for just multiple weapons instead of just like 2 or 3. There are a few solutions to this. Obviously, they should make the challenge pass a little bit longer instead of just 50 tiers, make it like maybe 100 or 150 tiers, because I know there are people that play way longer than just 50 tiers worth of stuff. So that's one thing. But also you could reward players, you know, for progressing through ranked mode, whether it be BR or something, or maybe have an option to buy as many of those secret cache crates as possible in that event store. You won't have to worry about just all your challenge tokens just staying there collecting dust when you've already unlocked everything. You know, you could continue to use it for those secret caches. Maybe maybe I think like what, like I don't know how much they're worth. I think they're worth like 100, but maybe like you could also sell legendary caches or like mythic caches for a higher amount, maybe like 200, 300 or something like that. You know, make it worthwhile using our tokens and just instead of having to just sit there collecting dust. From what I understand, there are already some people that have complained about the drop rates just giving you nothing but challenge coins. I mean, there are people that haven't finished it and that's all they're getting through the secret cache crates. Like they haven't even gotten the stun baton or the AMAX and they're getting that stuff like just nonstop. I mean, like you can't have challenge coins on those crates. It's just really illogical. Basically what I'm just trying to say throughout this entire video, if you're going to buy all 3 skins, be forewarned, you're not going to get those Power Nova crates as easily as you would hope so, because that's what I thought I was going to do going in. You know, when I bought all 3 of them, I was thinking, okay, so I'm just going to get nothing but Power Nova crates. No, you're going to get a lot of challenge tokens, unless maybe next season they change the drop rates so that you barely or rarely ever get them. But I don't know, I doubt that. Damn, another solution that I just thought of as I was like just creating this video, they could just also add secret cache crates every single time you progress through the battle pass tiers after you reach tier 50. Or have also another alternate solution where you could actually buy those secret cache crates with credits in the credit store. You know, there's so many solutions to fix this issue so you could get these things a little bit quicker, because again, I know this is our first season getting the secret cache crates, but we don't know how long the Power Nova camo or these legendary skins are even going to last. For all you know, they could shuffle them out every season or every other season. Who knows? But in due time, we might find out whether or not, you know, getting those new camos for the guns are probably just going to be something that's by design for you to not complete completely. But yeah, I mean, maybe that's how they designed it in the first place. But, you know, if they're having a new camo next season, I mean, that's pretty exciting, I guess. If it's designed where you could get it only on some guns, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be disappointing, but it is what it is. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD mode content. I'll see you guys next time.